Hello everyone. Today we will start. Today we will draw data flow diagram by which you can understand how will you create data flow diagram for any project. Now what is data flow diagram? Data flow diagram shows the ways or information by which you are flowing your information and you are flowing your data. It includes data input and data output also. Data stores and various sub-processes. Data moves through. Data DFD means data flow diagram are built using standardized symbols and notations to describe various entities and their relationship. Basically, data flow diagram means we are showing or we are drawing the flow of data with the help of diagram. Now, data flow diagram is a traditional way to virtualize the information flow. A neat and clear DFD can depict a good amount of system requirement graphically. You can understand your requirements of the system graphically with this DFD. It shows how information enters, how information leaves in the system, from the system, what are the changes done in information, what information is stored in database, which informations are printed, what are the scope and boundaries of the whole system. Communication tool, it is also used as a communication tool between the system analyst who is doing analysis and the person who plays the part of the system, or you can say who are the designer or developer. Now, how will you make a data flow diagram? Actually, data flow diagram has more than one levels. In the beginning, when we make a context diagram, means we are telling whole thing in one diagram, that is zero level DFD, simple representation. For example, we are creating a data flow diagram of online purchasing, suppose. So we will show our context level diagram or our zero level diagram with the help of only two symbols, customer and system. Customer interacting with the system, customer is purchasing anything from the system, and after that purchasing, customer will get. So two directional arrow you can see in context diagram. After that, when you want to elaborate actually the process function, then you decompose the process function and the first level will come. Suppose the system in this diagram, we are decomposing the system process function in process order, means a customer will first order the system, then ship good, and then issue receipt. There are three functions done when a customer is purchasing anything from the system online. Now the data is stored also in inventory, customer, and transaction. Inventory means the data storage related with the items which are purchased by the customer. Customer database means when you purchase anything, first you have to log in. When you log in the things, the login or sign up the things, then that time that website stored customer information in a database, and whenever you log in, it will bring from here. Means you, if you order anything, that it the item should be, must be in inventory also. The item you can purchase only when item is available and you are customer also. Means both the things are present in database, then only you can place order. After that, when you place order, it will come for the ship code, and after ship code, it will go in the transaction database. The transaction database will produce a receipt which is produced to the customer. Okay, means this is the first level diagram when we are exploring or decomposing a process system into three processes. Now, after this, you can also decompose the system in level 2, level 3, level 4. Level 2, when you this process order from 0 to 1 means your process is decomposed in 3 parts. This is one level. When you decompose this process order process in further part, means process order, you categorizes the clothing, shoes and other items, then it will be the second level diagram. Another exploration for third and fourth level you can be done. The decomposition in detail and detail will increase the level. Now we will see the notations for the ER diagram. Is first is external entity. External entity means the present by human systems, subsystems. Data comes from and goes to. This is known as external entity, which is denoted by the rectangle, and you write the name of the entity. The process means you are doing some activity or function in the rounded corner rectangle, or rectangle you can say, has two parts. After the data storage, when you are storing your data for persistent or permanent storage, then we are making data, we use data storage. It is 3-walled rectangle or 2-walled rectangle. D is written here, means data store. Now data flow, when you are connecting these above three things, you have to use the data flows or connectivities arrows. With the help of these 4 things, you can make data flow diagram. Now we will, for example, we will see how will we make this type of data flow diagram. We will see in star UML. First, we will create 3 processes: process order, ship put, and issue receipt. And we will create external entity customer. And after that, we will create 3 database. Okay. Now, after this, when you connect them with the help of the connection lines or flow lines, the final your diagram will be like this. You should be careful that the line should not be crossed with each other. That's why I have arranged them in this type. Now let us make this diagram in star UML. We will go to the star UML. Now you see here, I have pressed here the model. In previous we have seen all the things. A model, add diagram. In add diagram, I have clicked in the data flow diagram. Whenever I will click the data flow diagram, you can see in the left the components related with the data flow diagram. This is external entity, this is process, this is data store and data flow. We have seen there 4 things. With the help of you can make a diagram. Now first we draw the something I have drawn. Now we complete this diagram. Customer, we have seen in that diagram, customer is an entity. I will write here customer, customer. This is an entity. Now after that I will draw second process, that is ship good, SHIP shipped. And third, again I will draw a processes, issue receipt. Have you remember? Now, the second data store, I have made customer data store. The second data store is, I think, inventory. And third data store is transaction. Okay. Now, after that, I will connect them with the data flow. First, I will connect it, select data flow, and I will start this line like this. Now you write here order information. You can do like this. Okay, means customer order, taking the information of order. Second thing, when customer will order, the process, what process will happen? That the process will see is that item available in the inventory. Check it. Check item you can write. If item is available, then order will be placed. Now, what will happen after that? It will also search that you are the valid or login customer of this online website or valid customer for this application or this, you can say, online purchasing site. After that, what will happen? If yes, then goods will ship. So you make a line from here to here. You will write like this. After that, what will happen when ship good ke liye it will order, then it will go for the transaction also. Like this. The lines are crossing. We will see what will have, what can we do. Now after that, ship good, what item will ship, then it will come from the inventory. We have to make like this. Product. Update. जितना भी प्रोडक्ट बिक गया है या खरीद लिया है तो इट विल बी माइनस इन इन्वेंट्री, मीन्स नॉट अवेलेबल दैट अमाउंट इन इन्वेंट्री और स्टोरेज. नाउ आफ्टर दैट व्हाट विल हैपन? Transaction will issue a receipt. Now again we connect it and the receipt will go to the, okay, and again we connect that receipt will go to the customer. The transaction, what will happen? It will also go for the ship good also. Now the diagram is very much haphazard diagram. You can correct it. How can you correct it? That if you take your customer like here, suppose you are taking your customer Okay. You can move them like this. Like this, you make diagram. I think the diagram is much clearer. Okay. Much clearer means customer will place an order which will be checked by the inventory. Customer is valid a customer or not. It will be checked. After that, it goes to the transaction, and transaction also goes for the shift. After that, when transaction will happen, it will produce a receipt, which will go to the customer. Like this, you can make a very good diagram or much clear diagram. Now this is the data flow diagram. I think you got the point. How will you make it? If you want to make a data flow diagram, please try it. And I think you are able to draw. Now in next class, we will see the next diagram. Till then, goodbye.